All right. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to your yoga class. My name is Jenny. This is going to be a core and restore class. So you may want to grab some props if you like to practice with props through, a more physical practice. And then when we get into the restore part, it's nice to sometimes have props to kind of support you, to bring in a little more support, to help get you a little deeper into some of the poses or to prevent you from going too deep. So some common props that we'll use: block or two. As you can see, I've just got the one. Blankets are a nice little thing as well. You can use different sizes. You can roll them up to support or to replace like a cushion or a bolster. So blankets, and then a cushion, pile of pillows. I've got my trusty bolster. And I will try to give options in the restore part in case you don't have access to anything that could be a suitable prop. So don't feel like you have to have all of these things to be able to participate. They can just be a little nice added little addition of support and love, but definitely not necessary. So take a moment to gather those. And then for class today, we're going to kind of be playing with the duality that exists within yoga that translates out into the world, and kind of coming back through the exploration of duality, coming to oneness, because truly duality doesn't exist without oneness, because one can't exist without the other. So duality in the sense of opposites. So today we'll be doing some rooting to rising. We'll be getting into, mixing a little bit of flow and balance and restore. We'll be getting into, balancing the masculine and feminine, the hot, the cold. And through that exploration, the ease and the effort within each pose, through that exploration of duality, we come back to oneness. So that's kind of what we've got going on. So gather your props, meet me at the top of your mat. We're going to be standing to start. So you won't want any props on the mat to begin with. You're going to want a nice clear mat. So just set any props off to the side. And then take your time to find a good standing position, again, near the top of the mat. We're going to explore a mountain pose at first. So we'll build this from the bottom up. So just starting by planting the feet, pressing into all four corners of the feet. Find that solid foundation. Find that solid connection down to the earth. Lift up through the toes, spread them out, and then set them down for a little added support. Lift up through the arches to start to activate through the feet. Keep a soft bend in the knees and lift up through the kneecaps. So we're not locking into the joints, we've got some support. You're going to start to feel a little firing up in the calves and the quads. As we continue to move up, there's a slight tuck through the tailbone. Now we're not tucking all the way under and sending the hips forward and giving ourselves bad posture. And we're also not sticking the butt out and duck butting here, really exaggerating that arch. There's just a slight little tuck, so there's some support, but that we're working with the natural curvature of the spine. Belly draws in, ribs hug in, activate through the core. Continue to lengthen up through the crown of the head. Shoulders relax, shoulders soften down. You can close the eyes or take them to a soft gaze. Soften in the face. Release arms alongside the body, spread out through the palms, palms face forward. Finding mountain pose, very simple yet powerful pose. Start to breathe. Continuing to press down to the feet. Imagine there's a weight on your hips, and that weight is helping you to root the lower body down towards the earth. And then that weight is also giving you a stable anchor to lengthen up, to be light in the upper body, lengthening. So we're rooting down to rise up. Feel that duality in the body. Feel the support of the earth. Feel the inspiration from the sky. Now we're going to bring a little balance to the breath. We're going to do square breath, is what it's called. So I'll explain it first. We'll inhale for 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for 4, hold for a count of 4. That'll be one round. We'll do a few. We'll see how it goes. We'll do at least 5, maybe upwards of 10. So, staying in your nice solid mountain pose. Again, you can close the eyes. And wherever you are on your breath cycle, go ahead and exhale all the air out. And then we'll take a nice deep inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath. Soften. 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Next round. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold it empty. 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold and soften around that fullness. 3, 4. Exhale all the way to complete or empty. 3, 4. And hold. Soften. 2, 3, 4. Again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Last round. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold and soften. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it empty. 2, 3, 4. Go ahead, take a deep breath in. And a sigh out of the mouth. And just take a moment to notice, to observe, to see what that balanced breath has done in the mind and in the body. That is a very cooling breath. Again, it brings balance into the body, balance into the nervous system. And after you've observed, just start to reconnect to the breath. Either through simple observation, you could take deep belly breathing, inhaling, pressing the belly out, exhaling, drawing belly in. You could also activate Ujjayi breathing with that activation of the muscles in the back of the throat. So starting to connect to the breath, continuing to root down to the legs, down through the feet. Beautiful work. From that rooting down, on an inhale, raise the arms out to the side, raise them up towards the sky. And exhale, release them down. And we'll just do 2 more like that. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, float them down. Continue to press down into the feet. Last one with the hold. Inhale, send the arms out, raise them up. This time we'll hold. Arms stay raised. Biceps can be by the ears. Arms can be kind of a V. They can be closer up. You could even interlace the hands. Maybe point your finger points up. Whatever works best for you here. And then just start to find a small little flow. Just side to side. Nothing too big right now. Just a little movement through the upper body. Lower body is staying still. Finding some activation in the obliques. Awesome. We're going to start to take that sway a little bigger. Maybe start to bend in the knees. Rooting down towards the feet. We've got our stability in our legs. We've got some movement in the upper body. Awesome work. Maybe it would feel good to release the arms down to each side. Maybe start to sway through the arms. Just a couple more rounds of breath here. Awesome work. On your next inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky. On the exhale, nice and slow, we'll bend the knees, hinge at the hips. We'll slowly start to come down through chair, but as we bring the chest down towards the thighs, coming all the way down to a bent knee forward fold. Release the head and neck. Keep the knees bent and soft. Get a release through the low back. Awesome work. Now here, maybe finding a little flow. Maybe a little swaying side to side. Maybe you find a deep bending of the knee and straightening of the knees. Working a little more in the backs of the legs and the low back. So we're continuing to root down through the feet for support. Continuing to find movement and fluidity from that support. Fantastic work. When you're ready, we're going to plant the hands. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back to meet. Coming through plank pose, you can lower the knees down. And we're going to come all the way down to the belly. Press into the toes, hands underneath the shoulders, elbows draw together. Inhale to raise up to cobra, head and chest lift, shoulders draw together. Exhale, round it down. Find a little flow. Inhale, raise up. We're pressing into the feet and the legs for that grounding. Exhale, lower down. A few more. Inhale, raise up, chest open, shoulder blades drop back. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, raise it up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up through tabletop. And exhale, send the hips all the way back, child's pose. Reach out through the arms, let the head and chest lower. Third eye comes towards the ground. It's okay if it doesn't touch. Find your breath. Fantastic work. Now I'm going to work you through a little bit of a flow. We'll go through it first at a slower pace with a few more ways to open up, ways to warm up. We'll go through it slow and extended for one round, and then we'll speed it up for 2 more rounds. We'll add a little balance in there, and then we'll start to ground it down, cool it down with our restore practice. So as you feel ready, we'll inhale to come up through tabletop. Spread out through the hands. Plant the hands nice and solid. Maybe the wrists are under the shoulders, maybe they're out wider, maybe they're forward, maybe the angle of the wrists are turned out or in. Find what works best for you. We're going to plant the toes. Lengthen through the spine, draw the belly in so you have support of the core. Slowly start to lift the knees, root back through the heels, lengthen out through the crown of the head through bear pose. Activating through the core, and then we'll lift the hips, coming through our downward dog. Awesome work. About 3 rounds of breath of exploration here. Maybe you pedal through the feet, maybe you shake through the head, feeling into this. Awesome work. Root down towards that left heel. Inhale, extend right leg up. Doesn't matter how high it's coming, but activate through the leg. Toes are flexed or pointed, lifting from the inner right thigh. Quad, hamstring, the whole leg is engaged. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knee. Heel towards glute without shifting in the body, just lift the knee up, opening through the hips. Check in with that right shoulder, drop the shoulder down. We also want to lift through that left shoulder so we're not dumping that weight in. Inhale, re-extend through the leg. Exhale, knee comes forward towards the nose. Engage in the core, lift that knee up. Fantastic work. Hold here, rounding out in the spine, chin could tuck in towards the chest. One more inhale to lift, and then step the foot between the hands. Fantastic work. Lower the back knee down. Draw the right hip back. Squeeze the hips together, inner thighs draw together. Fantastic. Inhale, raise up, low crescent lunge, hands come to the knees, or they raise up. Beautiful work. Breathe here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release the hands down. Start to straighten through that front leg. Front toes point up. Get a nice stretch through the back of the leg as we find our runner's lunge. Nice work. One more deep round of breath here. Inhale. We'll rebend in that knee. Step that foot down. Plant the hands. Prop the back toe. Lift the back knee up. Find that activation. Root down towards the feet. Engage in the feet. Again, pressing all 4 corners in, lifting up through the arch of the foot. We're going to start to lengthen through the spine. Hands maybe start to hover. Length, engage in the core. Awesome work. One more deep inhale. Nice exhale here. On your next inhale, we'll raise up towards high crescent lunge. And exhale, open up into a warrior two. So the back heel pivots down, arms open up long horizon. I'm gonna flip it down so my back's not to ya. All right, warrior two. Once again, find that grounding in the legs. Press down to all four corners of the feet. Lift up through the arch of the front foot. Press into the back edge of the back foot. Legs are nice and active. There's a sinking of the hips as the knee bends. It doesn't come past the ankle, but it can be behind. Spine is nice and straight. Arms long horizon. Beautiful work. One more deep inhale. And exhale here. Next inhale, flip the palm, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Beautiful work. Open up through the whole front side of the body. Ooh, that feels so good. Nice work. When you're ready, on your next inhale, we'll come up through warrior two. Start to straighten through that front leg. Maybe the back heel comes in a little bit. Scoop out through the hips. Draw that right hip back as it starts to kind of shift that left hip out. Keeping the spine nice and straight, arms extended, lean forward, and then release the right hand down to the shin. Left arm reaches up towards the sky, finding triangle pose. Breathe into it here. Find that length, find that engagement in the core. Fantastic work. Inhale, lengthen. Nice exhale here. On your next inhale, keep the legs where they are. Start to reach the arms up. Exhale, reverse triangle. Ooh, that feels so good in the hip flexor. Breathe into this. Now when we start to get to the flow, this will be much quicker. We won't hold as much, but we want to get the body a little warmed up. Inhale. We're going to cartwheel the hands all the way down to a twisted lunge. So left hand comes to plant on the ground. Right hand comes to the right knee or raises up. We inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. That back knee can lower down if that feels better here. Awesome work. One more deep inhale here. We'll exhale to untwist, releasing that right hand down. Tune into your foundation. Press into the feet. Draw that right hip back, left hip forward. Inner thighs squeeze together. Feel like there's a vice squeezing the hips together. Nice work. When you're ready, inhale, raise up, high crescent lunge. Beautiful work. Rooting down towards the feet. Again, we're finding that stability as we lengthen down, root down towards the earth. That weight on our hips is helping us root down. We're also lifting and extending through the upper body, raising up, rooting down to rise up. Find ease, find effort. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release the hands down. Plant the hands, draw the right foot back, plank pose. On an exhale, lower all the way to the belly or to cobra, or to hover. So your choice if you're in your hovering push-up or all the way down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Find your breath. Connect here. All right, rooting down towards the right heel. Inhale, extend left leg forward, up and back. Stay active, stay engaged. Lengthen through the leg, toes are flexed or pointed. Without changing the body, bend the knee, heel towards the glute. Lift the knee up towards the ceiling, hips stack, shoulders stay squared. Awesome work. Find the breath, find engagement. Inhale, re-extend through the leg. Exhale, knee comes towards the nose, round out in the spine, belly draws in and up. Awesome work. Heel kicks in towards the glute. One more deep inhale. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Lower the back knee down. Crescent lunge, low crescent lunge. Awesome work. Left hip draws back, right hip shifts forward. Inhale, raise up. Low crescent lunge. Nice work. Inner thighs draw together, hips squeeze together, root down towards the feet. One more inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the hands down, straighten through the leg, point the toes up. Half splits. Awesome. When you are ready, inhale, rebend in that front knee, plant the foot, plant the hands, prop back toes, lift the back knee up. Awesome. When you're here, lengthen through the spine, find that opening in the hips. Nice and slow, we'll start to hover the chest, hover the hands, lengthening through the spine, belly draws in and up. Inhale, start to raise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Flipping around. So that back heel pivots down. We press into the feet, lift through the arches, engage in the legs, lengthen through the spine, extend through the arms. Beautiful work, belly draws in, core is engaged. Feel that power in warrior two. Find the effort, but then find the ease. There's effort in the low body. We're rooting down, we're supporting, we're lengthening through the spine, and then we soften in the shoulders, we soften in the face. Beautiful work. On your next inhale, we'll start to straighten, reverse warrior, sorry. Flip the front palm, exhale, reverse warrior. Ooh, opening up through the front side of the body. Continue to root down to the feet. Nice work. And from here, we'll inhale to come back up through warrior two. Now we'll find our triangle. Starting to straighten through the front leg. Bring that back foot in if it feels a little wide. We'll start to draw that left hip back as the right hip kind of juts out. Spine is still extended. Reach out through the arms. And then pivot the arms down. Triangle pose. One thing you can focus on in triangle is with this kind of side body activation. Now in side angle, we open up through this little area. We want to close it. So we want to draw the hip and the lower rib together. So there's activation there. Awesome work. When you're ready, inhale, coming up, keeping the legs straight. Exhale, reverse triangle. Fantastic work. We'll inhale to come back up through center, bending in the knee, cartwheeling all the way down to a twisted lunge. So that right hand comes to the ground, left hand reaches up or finds the knee. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Fantastic work. You can always lower that back knee. You can heel toe that left foot out if that feels better. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release the hands down. Draw the left hip back, right hip shifts forward. Inner thighs draw together, find that vice around the hips. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale, raise up, high crescent lunge. Fantastic work. That back leg is active. We're lifting in that back knee. Hips are squared, squeezing together. Inner thighs draw together to root down towards the feet. Fantastic work. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release down. Plant the hands. Draw the foot back. Come through plank pose. When you're ready, exhale, lower down. Chaturanga push-up or all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale to downward dog. All right. That was kind of the slow-mo version of our flow. We will be skipping some of those holds, flowing through some of those poses all together. So, follow along. Here we go. When you're ready, one breath per movement. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, stack the hips. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, re-extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release the back knee down. Start to straighten through that front leg. Inhale, rebend, plant the knee, lift, or plant the foot, lift the back knee up. Inhale, raise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, cartwheel all the way down, twisted lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release that arm down. Inhale, raise up high, crescent lunge. Exhale, release all the way down. Plant the hands. Draw that right foot back. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Fantastic work. Next side, inhale, raise right leg up. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee towards nose, round it out. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Inhale, lower the back knee, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, straight through the front leg, point toes up. Inhale, rebend into that front leg. Reprop the toes, lift the knee. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, come forward to triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, cartwheel hands all the way down, twisted lunge. Right hand finds the ground, left hand reaches up. And exhale, on twist. Inhale, raise up high, crescent lunge. And exhale, release the hands down. Draw the foot back through plank. Exhale, chaturanga or belly. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Again, inhale, right leg raises. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, re-extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, lower the back knee down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, open through the chest. Exhale, press back straight through the front leg, front toes lift. Inhale, rebend, front knee, lift. Lift back knee. Inhale, raise up. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, windmill all the way down, twisted lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, on twist, reach arms up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, release hands down. Plant the hands, draw the foot back. Lunge, down to your push-up or belly. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. No hesitation. Inhale, left leg raises. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, re-extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Lower the knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, send heart forward. Exhale, straighten through the front leg, toes point up. Inhale, rebend front knee, lift back knee. Exhale here. Inhale, raise up. Open up, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, triangle. And exhale, reverse triangle. Inhale, come forward, cartwheel the hands all the way down, twisted lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, on twist, raise up, high crescent lunge. And exhale, release it down. Draw the foot back. Lower down, push up or to belly. Inhale, cobra, chaturanga. Exhale, downward dog. Fantastic work. When you're ready, lower the knees. Send the hips back. Child's pose. Allow yourself to catch your breath. Feel that heat in the body. I heard a beautiful little quote yesterday in the yoga class I was taking online. Let's see if I can remember it. The breath is medicine for the mind. The movement is the medicine for the body. And the stillness is the medicine for the soul. So allow the medicine to work. Feel the goodness in the body. And notice your reaction to this stillness, to this rest. It can be hard for us to take rest. Hard for us to allow ourselves to rest. And that is one of the most important parts of being human. We need to know when to rest the body, when to rest the mind, when to rest the soul. Beautiful work. I did want to work on some balancing poses, but we don't have a ton of time. Take a few more rounds of breath here. Awesome work as you feel ready. We're not quite to the full-on restore yet. We'll come back up through our tabletop, prop the toes, come back through our downward dog, and then we'll just start to walk the feet forward. Take it nice and slow. Awesome work. Bend in the knees, keep that generous bend there as the thighs. Support the chest. And then nice and slow, either with ragdoll arms or arms walking up the legs, we're just going to slowly start to roll up, ragdoll style. Awesome work. When you get up here, go and shake it out if that would feel good. All right, now we're coming back to our mountain pose. We're reconnecting to mountain. So find that solid connection down to the feet. Press into all four corners, lift up through the arches. Soften the knees, little tuck in the tailbone. Lengthen the spine, core is engaged. Soften through the shoulders, soften in the face. Palms turned open, nice and receptive. Active and passive. Find that duality in the body. Find that balance. Now from here, we're going to continue to root down into that left foot, shifting a little weight into that left foot, just so that we can raise the right hip up and raise that foot up off the ground. So we're not coming very far, just kind of play with that a little bit. And then, right toes flexed, we'll start to bend the knee. If you can, bring the knee in line with the hip, ankle in line with the knee. Toes flexed back. Hands can come to hips, prayer, goalpost, whatever, for counterbalance you'd like. Ooh. Root down. Find your solid base. And then find movement. Start to move through that right leg. Through the hip, through the ankle, through the knee. However you'd like. Play with it. Again, hands can be doing whatever you'd like. Little modern dance, I don't know. But just play. Continue to root down towards that left foot, finding your stability, finding that strength. And then find softness and ease and fluidity in that leg. And then when you're ready, finding balance with the two, plug into tree. So either the toes are going to kickstand right at the ankle so that the toes are on the ground and you have some extra support there. Or we're going to plug in to the calf or into the inner thigh. And when I say plug in, we're pressing the foot and the leg in on each other. So equal and opposite reaction here. So we're pressing in the foot, we're pressing in on the leg. And it's that locking in, which is that we want to do to engage. which is the reason that we don't ever want to put the foot on the knee. Now, if you're not locking in, if you're just kind of hovering and it feels best to kind of have the foot on the knee, that's totally fine. Your knee's not going to explode here. No one's going to come after you for doing that. It's just we don't want to press in on that joint. So wherever you choose to plug in, whatever you choose to do here with your expression of your tree, finding that duality, ease and effort, control and fluidity. Or I guess it'd be control and surrender. It would be the opposite of fluidity. Stagnant, we don't want to do that. Stillness, there we go. Stillness and fluidity. How's that left foot feeling? You got this. Awesome work. As you're ready, close the door on the knee and step it down. Go ahead and shake it out through the legs. Whatever would feel good here. And then we'll plant down once again, finding our solid mountain pose. We're going to root down into the right foot, so pressing into all four corners of that right foot, lifting through the arch, softening in the knees. Awesome work. Then we're going to activate, bringing a little more of that weight into that right foot as we start to lift through the left. Maybe just kind of playing with that shifting of the hips, activating through the legs. And then with the left toes flexed, start to bend that left knee. Awesome work, finding our balance here. Ooh. Arms doing whatever they would like. Beautiful. Now, from the stability, find fluidity. Find movement, find expression, find balance, find challenge, find ease. Beautiful work. You can get weird with it. Why not? Okay, then when you're ready, plug into tree. Again, you can kickstand the toes, leaving the right toe or left toes on the ground so you have a little extra support. Plug into the calf or plug into the inner thigh. Pressing foot and leg in on each other, protecting our knee joint. Working on balance. We're opening up through that knee, rooting down through the right foot. If you have been working with tree for quite some time, a nice way to up the ante is close the eyes. Oh, that's so hard. Wow. That's really challenging. There's always ways to challenge yourself. But again, sometimes the most challenging can be that rest. The most challenging can be finding that ease. Awesome work. Just a few more rounds of breath. When you're ready, nice and slow. Bring that knee forward. Release it down. Shake it out. Ooh, shake it out nice and good. Maybe bounce a little. Oh, I love shaking. All right, when you're ready, plant the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bend the knee, hinge at the hips, nice and slow, rolling the spine down as we bring the chest down towards the thighs. Bent knee forward fold. Just revisiting what we did at the beginning, maybe bending the knees and straightening through the knees would feel good. Maybe bending all the way down, coming into a little low squat, rounding out in a ball. Maybe lifting the hips, sits bones to the sky, straightening through the legs, head towards the shins. Fantastic work. Then from here, we're going to come onto the back. So however you'd like to get there. You can bend in the knees, rock back. We're going to come to a seat, slowly making your way down to the ground. Whoo-wee. Oh, that feels good. When you're on the ground, knees bent, feet planted on the ground, and then nice and slow, starting to draw the knees in towards the chest. Maybe a little side to side movement or some circling through the knees. Then we're going to release the left foot down. Your choice if you want to keep that knee bent and foot planted on the ground, or you could extend the leg all the way along the ground. That's just going to be more opening, more sensation. Flex the right toes back, and then start to use the hands to just kind of guide the knee around, kind of working it in the hip socket. Maybe getting a little massage for the hip flexor, getting a little movement and opening in the hip. And then we'll take this into a half frog. So toes stay flexed back, ankle stays in line with the knee, and then we just start to open the knee over towards the right. That right hand can, be used as some gentle leverage to kind of draw that right knee down a little more. And we want the left hip to stay on the ground, so maybe bring the left hand to the left hip if that little reminder helps. Beautiful work. And then we'll take this into a half happy baby. So we'll leave the leg in kind of the same shape, but we'll start to draw the knee in towards the armpit and the foot up towards the sky. You can grab on the outside or behind the knee, outside of the leg, or up the ankle or the outside of the foot, and we draw that. We've got that right angle with the knee, and we draw that in towards the armpit. So we're getting an opening through the hips here. So again, this is maybe where you want to play with if that left leg is extended or if you bend the knee and plant it on the ground. It just gives you a little more stability there and not quite as much sensation in the hips. So find what works best for you. Awesome work. When you're ready, release the leg, extend it up towards the sky. Roll out through the ankle, maybe shake out through the leg. And then bend the knee, plant the right foot on the ground. We'll draw the left knee in, switching it out. So your choice if that right knee stays bent or if you extend it out. Hands on top of the left knee, and we'll just start to circle. Each side. All right, we'll find our half frog pose. Ankle in line with the knee, toes flex back, left hand on the left knee, and then slowly start to open that knee out towards the left. The left hand can be used to gently draw that knee open. Nothing forceful. We don't want to, crank the knee down or cause any harm in the body from trying to push ourselves too far. And then we'll take that half happy baby. So similar shape, we'll start to draw the knee in towards the chest, the foot goes up towards the ceiling, and then we bring the knee in towards the armpit, that left armpit. Hands can be behind the knee, up the leg, or on the outside of the left foot. And check in with the position of that right leg. If it doesn't feel good to have it extended, bend it. Ready, we'll release the foot, extend the leg up towards the sky. We roll out through the ankle or shake out through the leg. And then releasing that left foot down. Now we'll take it with both legs. Drawing the knees in towards the chest, flex the toes back. Hands come to the outsides of the knees. And then with the ankles in line with the knees, we'll start to draw the knees open, coming into reclined frog. Both legs. So you can kind of just see the difference there in opening one hip at a time versus opening up both. Playing with that. The two parts that make the whole. back to that idea of finding oneness within duality. That's a big lesson of yoga, is that we play with the dualities to kind of prove that there is no duality, there's no separation. It's all oneness, because one can't exist without the other. Kind of crazy to think about. Awesome work. As you're ready, we're coming into full happy baby, bringing those knees in towards the armpits, feet up towards the sky, knees or hands behind the knee, up the legs, or on the outsides of the feet. Might feel good here to maybe bring a little more lengthening through the tailbone, a little gentle rocking side to side. You could kick the legs out. Excellent work. When you feel ready, releasing the feet. Knees stay bent. Plant the feet a little wider than hip distance and take some windshield wipers. Knees dropping side to side, to side, to side. And we're going to start to walk the heels in towards the glutes. Feet come hip distance. We're going to set up for a little bridge pose, but since we're in our restorative part, we want it to be kind of passive. If you want an active bridge pose, feel free to take it. But for passive, we're going to want some props or a prop. So whatever it is, whether it's a block, a rolled up blanket, a bolster, have it handy. And then we're going to press down into the feet with the heels in towards the glutes. Down to all four corners. Again, lift up through the toes, spread them out, set them down, lift up through the arches of the feet. Find that connection to the earth. And then we'll tuck the shoulder blades underneath, little lift in the chest. Pressing down into the feet, slowly start to raise the hips up, coming into bridge pose. If you want it a little more active, you can stay here. You can interlace the hands behind, lifting up, finding this hip flexor opening. But if you want it restorative, bring in a prop, something to support the hips. So you still get the hips lifted above the heart. You're still getting a hip flexor stretch, an opening in the belly, just with a little less effort exerted. Working with a little gentle back bending hands, can be doing whatever feels right for you here. Opening up through the front side of the body, opening up through the heart. Find your breath, find your ease. Allow yourself to feel supported by the earth while opening up to the sky. Continue to connect to the breath. Observing the body, noticing where there is effort and where there is ease, or maybe where you could bring in some ease. Maybe noticing if you're holding any tension in the face. face, around the eyes, the jaw, around the lips, the tongue. If you're tensing up in the shoulders and the neck and the chest. 5 more rounds of breath here. As you feel ready, excuse me. Apparently I'm ready for bed. As soon as you feel ready to come out, pressing into the feet, puffing up through the chest, lifting the hips, nice and slow, sliding the prop out from underneath, and then gently setting the hips down. Your choice what kind of counter stretching you'd like to take. Maybe taking the knees side to side. But we want to take a moment here in a little neutral spine. Since we just worked some back bending, kind of reset through the neutral spine, and then we'll counter it with a nice forward fold. So whatever movements would feel good here, again, maybe some side to side, windshield wipers with the knees and be knees in towards the chest. And then we're going to come up to seated. So your choice if you want to roll onto one side and press yourself up, or if you want to get a little rock and roll going, a little massage for the spine. Maybe take a couple rounds of that if that feels okay in the body. And then we'll come up to a seat. Nice counter stretch. We'll bring the bottoms of the feet to touch, knees drop open. More gentle sensation the further away the heels are. The more intense sensation the closer you want to bring the heels in. So kind of play with that. And then we're going to come into a forward fold. You are welcome to bring props in here if you'd like. But what we're going to do is turn the palms up and kind of send them forward as an offering almost. And then we're just going to let the head and neck, as we come forward, droop down. And it's so passive here. The only activity should be, in the structures that support us in our skeletal structure. Maybe some of the muscular structure is still activated, but we want to try to release as much as possible. So props, you could bring in a stack of blocks or so to kind of rest the head on. If you do have a bolster, you could slide it in between or underneath the knees for some support as you come forward. If you want to support the neck, again, just finding some sort of way if you'd like, or just letting it all hang out here. We're just letting the head hang heavy. We're really letting gravity do the work here. Releasing through the shoulders, let them roll out and down. With the palms turned up to assist that. Allow yourself to surrender, to release, to find ease. Just a couple more rounds of breath here. Beautiful work. Nice and slow. We'll start to raise up through seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Take the left or right shoulder to right ear. No, right ear to right shoulder. Opening up through the left side of the neck. Maybe a little gentle rocking. Exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest. Slowly roll the head over. Pause, left ear hovering over left shoulder. And exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest, roll out through the neck. Maybe take a few half rolls or full rolls in both directions, pausing at any point to breathe deeper into a sensation, just bringing some love in the last final moments of our practice into the neck. And when you feel ready, we're going to start to make a transition towards our Shavasana, or towards our final relaxation. But you are welcome to take as much time as you'd like to explore any final movements, anything that would feel really awesome in the body, anything to kind of help round out your practice. Maybe there was something you were hoping to do that we didn't get to. So feel free to take as much time as you'd like to do that. And then when you're ready, meeting up in our Shavasana, so in our final relaxation pose, which is completely up to you how you want to do it. Traditional yogi or traditional Shavasana, corpse pose, lying on the back, palms turned up, toes turned out. You can use props to support you in any way that you would like. And if being on the back doesn't feel fantastic today, you can lie on the side, you can lie on your belly, you can even come to a seated meditation. So just finding whatever final poses you want to explore, and then settling into your last pose as time feels right for you. And then as you find yourself in your final relaxation, find that ease in the body. Find that release. Find that surrendering. The surrendering of the breath, the surrendering of the body, and the surrendering of the mind. As I said, rest can be one of the most challenging things for us to give ourselves and not feel guilty about it. But rest is such an essential part of us. And along those lines, surrendering can be just as challenging. One of the most challenging things that we face as humans. But there's so much to be found and to be discovered within rest, within surrender. So much repair that can be done, so much integration that can happen, so much magic that we don't even really notice or recognize is happening when we allow ourselves to rest, when we allow ourselves to surrender. So practice that right now. This is your little opportunity to practice giving yourself this grace. Giving yourself permission to not do, to not have to be anything or be anyone. This is your opportunity to just be. For those of you practicing at home, if you have the time carved out to give yourself the gift of more time to just be, then please do. Give yourself at least 5 more minutes, upwards of 20. This little bit of space and time that you've carved out for yourself, utilize it to its fullest. And then as you start to feel ready, just gently bring a little movement back into the body. Connecting to the visceral sensations in the body. Intentionally bringing touch back in. If you're not already there, if you're lying down, gently roll onto one side of your body. Gently pressing yourself up, coming back up to a comfortable seat. And when you're here, I will invite you to bring the hands to heart center or take any other meaningful gesture with the hands. And take a moment to offer yourself some gratitude. Gratitude for carving out this time, for stepping on your mat, for putting your trust in the magic of yoga, for trusting me, for trusting you, and for giving yourself this opportunity to move and breathe and connect with intention. Thank you so much for allowing me into your homes and for allowing me to share the gift of yoga with you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I see you, I honor you, and I bow to you. Namaste.